welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something vital for almost any business, email marketing.
Yeah, it's a huge topic. We've got a really good cross-section covering everything from the basics right up to the cutting edge for 2025.
So our mission today is to boil all that down. We want to find those clear, actionable insights you can actually use to, level up your email game without getting totally lost in the details.
Exactly. Make it practical, how to actually do effective email marketing.
We'll hit choosing software, designing emails that work, automation, making sure they actually get delivered, and the legal stuff too.
The whole life cycle, really.
Okay, let's jump right in. First big hurdle, picking the right tools. There are just so many options out there.
It can feel overwhelming, for sure.
So what are the absolute must-consider things when you're trying to choose?
Okay, well, beyond the obvious ones like your budget and how big your contact list is, because that usually sets the price.
Right, the pricing tiers.
Exactly. You really need to dig into the features. Do you need AI helping out? Good templates to make design easier? What about A/B testing? Super important.
And segmentation, being able to target specific groups.
Absolutely critical. Plus things like autoresponders for, follow-ups and decent analytics so you actually know what's working.
Integrations too, I imagine, connecting with your CRM or other tools.
Oh, definitely. How well does it play with others? And can it grow with you? Scalability is key. Don't forget to look at the pricing details, free trials, and what kind of customer support they offer. Reviews from actual users are golden too.
Makes sense. ActiveCampaign. People seem to love its automation and CRM stuff.
Yeah, it gets a lot of praise for that. Powerful automation is kind of its calling card.
But there's a flip side mentioned, right? Slow support sometimes. Unexpected bills.
Exactly. It's often a trade-off, isn't it? You get these really advanced features, but maybe the support isn't instant or there's a steeper learning curve, maybe some billing quirks. So, takeaway. If top-tier automation and CRM are your priority, ActiveCampaign and Keep are strong contenders. But you got to weigh the potential downsides, cost, support speed.
Okay, but then you've got something like Constant Contact. Seems like it hits a better balance for maybe smaller businesses, price versus features.
Yeah, Constant Contact often comes up as a good all-rounder, customizable templates, even some AI content help now, apparently, and the entry point is much lower, like $12 a month to start.
So a solid choice if you need the essentials without, a huge price tag.
Then there's Omnisend, which is really flagged as strong for e-commerce.
With the Wheel of Fortune thing for signups?
Yeah, that. And revenue tracking, linking up with social for retargeting. If you're selling online, Omnisend seems tailored for that.
Interesting. And Brevo used to be Send in Blue. Simple, easy to use, SMS and WhatsApp too.
Yeah.
And a free tier.
Right. Brevo seems focused on SMBs who want simplicity and maybe those extra channels beyond just email. The free tier is always appealing to get started.
What about Zoho campaigns?
Well, if you're already using Zoho CRM, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? Tight integration. Plus, they mentioned good educational resources and phone support, which is a big plus for some.
Okay. And Campaign Monitor. Easy for basics, good templates, maybe not the most advanced features.
Sounds about right. Good for straightforward campaigns, easy analytics for SMBs, maybe less firepower if you need really complex stuff. So Zoho for Zoho users, Campaign Monitor for simplicity.
Then there's MailChimp. Everyone knows MailChimp. Lots of integrations, e-commerce templates.
Definitely a big player.
But this automation isn't maybe its strongest suit, and the free plan has limits.
Yeah, that's a common observation. Great integrations, popular, good starting point with the free plan. But if complex automation is your main goal right away, maybe look elsewhere.
Like GetResponse, maybe? That's mentioned as having strong automation from the get-go. Tagging, lead scoring.
Exactly. GetResponse seems to offer more of that advanced automation capability earlier on.
Yeah.
Then you have the big platforms like HubSpot, the all-in-one approach.
Right. CRM, marketing, sales.
Yeah, you can use their email tools as part of that wider system. And Freshworks, formerly Fresh Sales, is another one that connects across email, chat, SMS, WhatsApp.
It really is a crowded space, and we even see super specific tools like Rafflecopter just for giveaways to build your lists.
Niche tools.
Mailtrap for email testing, which sounds crucial.
Oh, absolutely vital for deliverability. And then there's the Shortwave for managing your inbox, Drift email for routing, replies intelligently in a CRM context.
Beehive for newsletters, specifically with AI.
Yep. And a whole bunch of cold email tools, SailShandy, Woodpecker, Apollo.io, Hunter.io.
Yeah.
The list goes on. They all have slightly different focuses, sequencing, personalization, warming up IPs, team features.
Oh.
The main takeaway from all this tool talk is figure out what you actually need first. What are your core goals? Then compare features, pricing, support, reviews, Find the best match for your specific situation. There's no single best for everyone.
That makes total sense. Okay, so you've picked your tool.
Hmm.
Now the next big thing, actually getting people on your list and keeping them interested.
Right, building and engaging your audience.
And it seems like tying email together with social media is a really powerful tactic here.
Absolutely, they really feed off each other.
Mhm.
Loads of ways to do this. Simple stuff first. Promote your newsletter. Sign up on your social channels. Maybe offer an exclusive discount or content if they sign up via social.
Tease upcoming email content too.
Yeah. Build some buzz. Show off great stuff you've sent in the past. Put the sign-up link right in your social bios. Easy win.
Paid social ads to target signups directly.
Definitely. Can be very effective for list growth. And then flip it. Use email to boost social.
How so? Like putting social icons in the email footer.
That's the baseline, yeah. But also send emails specifically promoting your social channels or maybe a social contest. Use those. Share with your network links in your emails. Ask people to tag you on social.
Put social links in the welcome email.
Good one. Make sure they know everywhere they can connect right from the start. And hey, if someone's not opening emails, maybe suggest they follow you on social instead. Keep the connection.
Embedding dynamic social feeds in emails. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, keeps it fresh. And using social proof testimonials. User content from social in your emails can boost credibility and traffic. Running joined-up campaigns across both is where you get real synergy.
Okay, so beyond social integration, what other ways are there to get signups and keep people engaged?
Well, the classic opt-in methods are still key. Pop-ups, the ones that slide in or take over the screen or just sit there. Embedded forms right in your website content.
And gamification, like that Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, making it fun can increase signups. The key is matching the method to the goal. Are you just building the list? Promoting an offer? Getting feedback? Stopping cart abandonment? Choose the right tool for the job.
And that first email they get, the welcome email, seems pretty critical.
Hugely. It's your first real impression in the inbox. Reintroduce your brand, tell them what to expect, how often you'll email, what kind of stuff, and definitely point them to a preference center if you have one. Let them customize.
What about rewarding your best subscribers, the really engaged ones?
Oh yeah, the VIPs. Give them special treatment. Early access, exclusive discounts, maybe ask for their feedback directly. Make them feel valued.
And the ones who've gone quiet?
Don't just let them fade away. Run re-engagement campaigns.
Yeah.
Try to win them back. It's crucial for list health. And finally, giveaways, like we mentioned with Rafflecopter, can be a great way to attract new subscribers, if done well.
Right. So, okay, list is growing, people are signing up. Now, crafting the actual emails, it's got to be more than just text, hasn't it? The whole look and feel matters.
Absolutely. Design for conversion. Think modular design, flexible blocks, looks good, works across different email clients, which can be tricky compared to web pages.
And each email needs a clear point, right?
One clear goal. And your layout, your hierarchy, your main call to action, it all needs to lead towards that goal. Make it obvious what you want them to do.
Subject lines. They're the gatekeepers, really. What makes a good one?
Short is usually better. Under 50 characters is a good guideline. Clear, specific, personalize it if you can. Bit of intrigue or urgency can work wonders too, but don't overdo it.
And test them.
Always be A/B testing subject lines. See what your audience responds to. It can make a huge difference to open rates.
Okay, inside the email, the body copy. How do you make it readable and engaging?
Keep it scannable. Short sentences, short paragraphs. Use bolding, bullet points strategically to highlight key info. People scan, they don't read every word.
Tone of voice matters too.
Big time. Keep it consistent with your brand. Visuals are part of that voice too, but use them wisely. Always include alt text for accessibility and in case images don't load. Test with images off.
And because people scan, maybe include links and CTAs more than once.
Definitely.
Dude.
Don't make them hunt for it. Top, middle, bottom. Make it easy to click through.
Personalization keeps coming up. How deep does that go?
Beyond just first name. Personalize the content itself.
Right.
Reference past bias, suggest relevant products. Personalize the sender name sometimes. Even the subject line. Address their specific needs. Over half of customers might ditch a brand if it doesn't personalize. It's expected now.
Wow. And dynamic content helps with that at scale.
Exactly. Showing the actual products left in an abandoned cart email. Or putting personalized add to calendar links in event invites makes it super relevant.
Looking ahead to, say, 2025 trends, what should we be aware of?
Now, a huge topic is AI. Artificial intelligence is really starting to reshape email marketing.
Okay, yeah, AI is everywhere. How's it impacting email specifically?
Quite a few ways. AI can analyze data to optimize send times, figure out when people are most likely to open.
Smart.
It allows for way more advanced personalization.
Yeah.
We're talking segmentation based on behavior, preferences, purchase history, really granular stuff,
Moving beyond just using their first name.
way beyond. Predictive analytics is another one, AI predicting who might buy or who might churn, so you can tailor messages proactively.
Yeah.
AI can also help create dynamic content within the email, changing elements based on who's reading it. And it enhances customer journeys. Think smarter welcome series, better abandoned cart emails.
It sounds like AI can make email much more relevant and timely, less like a generic blast.
That's exactly the goal. Hyper-personalization driven by AI is getting big. Interactive elements, kinetic email, letting people do things inside the email, like RSVP or give feedback, even seeing more use in B2B.
Micro animations, too.
Yeah, subtle animations, especially for mobile, adds personality.
Now, you mentioned AI tools. What kind of specific things can they do for managing email?
On a basic level, many AI tools can help manage your inbox, sorting by importance, snoozing emails, marking things read-unread based on your habits, filtering spam,
Like a smarter inbox assistant?
pretty much. Some tools get more specific. Shortwave was mentioned for its research ability. You can ask its AI in natural language to find obscure info buried in your old emails.
That could be incredibly useful.
Yeah. And for businesses using CRMs, there's Drift Email. It scans for human replies to automated emails and can trigger personalized follow-ups, like upsell offers or review requests.
Automating the follow-up based on real interaction. Nice. What about tools for smaller teams or budgets?
Mail Meteor AI Email Writer is geared towards them. It plugs into Gmail, uses AI that respects Google sending limits, helps with personalization for mass emails, scheduling. Good for teams without dedicated email platforms.
Okay, lots of AI developments.
But you have to test them everywhere because email clients are tricky. Accessibility is huge too. Alt text, good contrast, readable fonts.
And making unsubscribe links clearer. Clear disclaimers.
More transparency, partly driven by regulations, partly by best practice. It's about balancing cool new trends with practicality and, ethical marketing.
And for B2B specifically.
The focus is often more on education, providing insights, not just hard selling. Segmenting by business need is key there to tailor that value proposition.
Okay, that's a ton on crafting the email itself. Let's talk about making life easier with automation.
Yes. Automation is such a powerful tool. Saves time, improves efficiency, lets you scale things you just couldn't do manually.
But you need a plan, right? Not just automating for the sake of it.
Absolutely. Set clear goals for every automated workflow. Don't just turn everything on. Start targeted. Welcome series, abandoned carts. Those are classic starting points. Then watch the results and tweak them.
And segmentation is key for automation too.
Foundational. Segmenting by lifecycle stage awareness, engagement, conversion, onboarding, retention. Win-back lets you send the right message at the right time, use static segments, dynamic ones based on behavior.
And personalize the automated messages too.
Definitely. Content, sender subject line, just like manual campaigns. Makes them feel less robotic.
What about timing? How do you avoid just blasting people with automated emails?
Good question. Use delays strategically. Space things out. You want to be relevant, but respect their inbox. Coordinate with other channels, too, if you're running a social campaign. Maybe time your emails to support it.
And AI is playing a bigger role in automation now.
Oh, yeah. Optimizing send times based on when individuals are likely to open. Advanced personalization using predictive analytics. Dynamic content generation. Building smarter customer journeys for things like onboarding or re-engagement.
So mapping out that whole customer journey helps identify where automation fits best.
Exactly. Onboarding sequences, birthday messages, abandoned cart recovery, suggesting complementary products. Lots of opportunities.
Okay, so we've got great emails, automated workflows, but none of it matters if they don't get delivered. Let's talk deliverability.
The unsung hero or villain of email marketing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely critical. The potential ROI is huge, like $36 for every $1 spent.
Oh.
But only if people actually see your emails. Landing in spam is worthless.
So what metrics do we need to watch?
Key ones are delivery rate, bounce rate, know the difference between hard bounces, bad address, and soft bounces, temporary issue, spam complaint rate, keep this super low, open rate, click-through rate, unsubscribe rate.
Inbox placement rate, is that different from delivery rate?
Yeah, delivery just means the server accepted it. Inbox placement means did it land in the inbox or spam or promotions tab. And underlying all that is your sender reputation. ISPs are watching you.
What are the absolute must-dos for good deliverability?
Authentication is non-negotiable. SPF, DKIM, DMR. Set them up correctly for your sending domain. BM is worth looking into to show as your logo in the inbox. can boost opens.
And the content itself matters.
Hugely. Send stuff people want. Track engagement, opens, clicks, even how long people read. Low engagement hurts you. Personalization helps here too. Right message, right person, right time.
Honoring unsubscribes quickly is important too.
Immediately. It's the law, and it stops people hitting the spam button out of frustration. High unsubscribes also hurt your reputation. Maintain that good rep through engagement and cleaning your list.
Cleaning your list hygiene.
Yeah. Regularly remove inactive subscribers, people who haven't opened in months. They're dragging down your rates and hurting your sender score. Get rid of them.
Are there tools to check for problems before sending?
Yes, pre-send tools that test against spam filters are really useful. Catch issues before they damage a campaign.
What about cold emails? Be careful there.
Very careful. Easy way to trash your reputation if you're not doing it right. Respecting recipients, warming up properly.
And separating transactional emails, like receipts, from marketing emails.
Good practice. Use different IPs if possible. Protects the deliverability of those crucial transactional messages. Don't want order confirmations going to spam.
Okay, one last point here. Maybe warming people up on other channels before an email campaign?
Yeah, coordinating campaigns. If they've seen your ad or social post, they might be more receptive to the email when it lands.
Right, shifting gears slightly, but still related to the legal and ethical side. GDPR, PCR, it seems complex and always changing.
It is, and you have to stay on top of it. Privacy measures are evolving. Gmail and Yahoo have new requirements for bulk senders now, too, if you send over 5,000 a day.
Things like authentication, easy unsubscribes.
Exactly. And GDPR compliance isn't just box ticking. It's about trust. Consumers expect clear privacy policies now.
So what are the absolute must-knows for GDPR?
Consent is king. Clear, freely given consent for marketing emails. Unchecked boxes, clear yes/no options. You can't force consent as part of buying something.
And keep records.
Keep records of how and when you got consent. Be clear about why you're collecting data when you ask for it.
What about the soft opt-in?
Okay, in the UK, there's a limited exception. If someone bought something, you got their email during that sale, and you gave them a clear chance to opt out then, you might be able to email them about similar products. But it's narrow.
So you definitely can't just buy lists or scrape emails.
Nope, not without explicit consent for your marketing. Bot lists are generally a bad idea for deliverability and legality.
And once you're emailing, the opt-out needs to be easy.
Simple, free, and in every email. Unsubscribe link. Make it easy to change their mind. Train your staff on this stuff, too. Everyone involved needs to know the rules.
And be ready to handle requests, like if someone asks to see their data or be deleted.
Yep. Have a process for handling data subject rights requests promptly and properly.
Okay, super important. Now, let's zoom in on newsletters specifically. Lots of people run them or are thinking about it. Any unique advice there?
Definitely. The content focus is crucial. Aim for that. Where have you been all my life? Reaction. Tap into identity, pain points, aspirations. Find an underserved niche.
Subject lines for newsletters. Different approach.
Often, yeah. Maybe start a story. Focus on the reader's benefit. Less purely salesy.
What about the tech? Start simple.
Usually best. MailChimp, Substack, Beehive are popular starting points, but expect you might outgrow them. If it's a business newsletter, HubSpot's integrated CRM might be worth considering early on.
Key tech things to think about for newsletters.
Your ESP's features and pricing as you scale, definitely. Payment processor if you go paid. Stripe, Braintree. Security stuff, SPF, DKIM, DMARC. List hygiene features become really important as you grow.
And what's the main success metric?
Depends on the model. Ad-supported. Unique open rate is often key. Paid newsletter, engagement retention, and revenue growth.
Building community seems vital for newsletters, too.
Hugely. Create places for people to gather, digitally, or maybe even in person. Foster that shared identity. Talk to your readers, ask them questions, feature them, find where they already hang out online, Facebook groups, Slack, whatever.
Needs active leadership, though.
Yeah. Good moderation, quality conversation, clear guidelines makes a big difference.
And finally, making money from newsletters. What are the main ways?
3 main routes, usually. Ads need a decent free audience first. Affiliate deals good if you have a niche audience and trust. Paid subscriptions need to build value and trust with free content before asking for money.
How about growing the newsletter audience?
SEO is big. Understand what people search for. Organic social, know the platform, share good stuff. Paid ads, Facebook's often a starting point for targeting. Influencers if they genuinely like your stuff. And referral programs get your current readers to bring in new ones. Always track your acquisition cost versus the lifetime value of a subscriber. Is it sustainable?
Wow. Okay, we have Really covered a massive amount of ground today on email marketing.
We certainly have. From picking the tools right through to the nitty-gritty of deliverability, legal stuff, and even newsletters. It's a lot, but it all connects.
So, just to pull out some key takeaways for everyone listening, choosing the right software for your needs is step one. Then, actively grow and engage that list using smart, ethical methods and integrating with other channels like social.
Mhm.
Craft emails that are personalized, visually appealing, and have a clear goal. Don't just send stuff, make it valuable.
Right. Value is key.
Leverage automation, smartly save time, be relevant, but don't overdo it. Prioritize deliverability, authentication, list hygiene, engagement. Otherwise, it's all wasted effort.
Couldn't agree more.
And stay on the right side of the law. GDPR, PCR, consent, easy opt-outs. It builds trust. Remember, personalization and providing real value are central. And always be testing and refining.
Exactly. It's not set and forget. Email marketing keeps evolving, so you need to keep learning and adapting based on what works for your audience.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought to leave everyone with. As AI gets more powerful in email, think about this. What happens when we can truly understand individual subscriber needs and preferences way beyond just basic segments? How might that completely change how we write and send emails?
Interesting question.
And what new ethical questions pop up with that kind of, hyper-personalization? Definitely something to chew on as you take all this email marketing potential back to your own work. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.